Hey everybody, it's Brian with Top Crop. We got a little bit caught up on deliveries today, so I thought what better time than to go out and check some of our earlier planted fields, kind of see where things are at developmentally. I know some guys are well into planting, others haven't even turned the first wheel yet. This is not to try and make you feel like you're behind if you don't have anything in the ground yet. We still have lots of good time, good temperatures here. Just trying to give you an update, kind of where things are at from what we're seeing in the field here. So on the earliest planted fields, the question always comes in, when is my corn and beans going to come up? So first things first, rule of thumb, about 100 heat units means your corn and your beans come through. More residue means a little bit longer. Doesn't really shorten up a whole lot more than that. But just a couple base things here. So I've got one bean field we're going to go look at and one corn field. The bean field's actually been in since April 15th. The corn was planted on April 21st. So roughly a week or so now we've been in the ground, or plus in case of that bean field. So let's see what they look like here. As always, let's know what questions you have. So if you follow me on social media, April 15th I posted a little picture to Facebook saying, hey, planting has begun. Well, here's a follow-up on that field. Since April 15th, this field's had about 130 heat units, which on bare ground typically means the soybeans are up, growing pretty well. Anytime you have cover like this though, all that sunlight's hitting the ground, so therefore we're not getting as much heat in there. So it's thinner, like we see through here, beans are coming up pretty nice. Like this, they're still struggling a little bit, but they are still coming. A couple important points here. As I've been digging through this area over here, there's some slugs in here. So slugs are a real issue. Think about planting green, especially if this seed slot's open a little bit like this. The slugs can feed down in here. That's part of the challenge we face when planting green. The other thing too, looks like this plant right here, this guy. Nice one. Here's the cotyledons, the first leaves that come out. And these are the unifoliate leaves, the first two leaves. When these unifoliate leaves are fully out and exposed, this plant's going to look about 4 to 6 inches around itself. I like seeing this cover crop being dead, because this little seedling is going to say, it's going to sense green light. If it doesn't sense any green around here, it's going to bush out and take up all this space, help fill in like that. So that's a great thing. I'm glad this cover crop is now dead. And this little guy, even though we have maybe a little bit of a gap on each side here, he can take off and fill in all the space he needs to. So overall, really excited how this field's coming up. I'd like to see a little more uniform emergence, of course, but for the conditions we planned into, really happy and excited to see what this can do. So I tried shooting a video out in the field, but man, the wind is howling, so you can't hear a thing. This is one of the first planted cornfields I know of. Planted April 21st, so it's had about 75 heat units on it. This spike was just sitting about a half inch, maybe 3/4 inch below the ground. So I like that. Typically in that 75 to 80 range, so when we see the coleoptile come out of the seedling, start turning up, going to the surface here. So I know there was not many acres planted in that window, but looking ahead here, if you planted corn the past couple of days here, with the heat that's forecast, the moisture that's supposed to come in here, we might see some corn spiking up here, maybe by the first next week, May 4th, May 5th kind of thing. So the field looked good. It's a little hard. Actually, could use a little bit of rain to help these corn plants come on through. But outside of that, looking good. We got several roots coming off of here. Nice start to our seedling root system. Just an update on what we're seeing. Hey, just to summarize things here. So the beans probably weren't as uniform as what I was hoping for. That we plant in a green cover like that, that's not uncommon here. They could certainly use a little drink of water, just help loosen the ground and get a lot more up and going here. The corn, that ground was hard, and the wind was howling out there. So a little rain on that would also help it come through, and it's so close to just spiking through there. So that's on the early planted fields. If you've not planted yet, I don't want any rain. I don't want to take anything that's going to hold you up from getting in the fields here. But it sure looks like we're going to get some rain this afternoon, this evening here at some point. So hope that update helps. As always, if you have any questions, reach out to us. We're happy to help out. Have a good day.